Hi, you made it to my channel, Niche Gaming. We're gonna recover or rescue the Western Star 4964 and Transtar 4070A in this episode. Following from my review, actually you could do this with a lot of trucks, especially any truck that has high power to weight ratio like the Caterpillar CT681. It's just I was using it for different things, and I think at this point I hadn't even bought it. I'm not even sure if I had bought it yet. But anyway, this is early in my playthrough in Michigan and in Smithville Dam. So I had the Fleetstar and anything, like I said, anything that makes a power to weight ratio an advantage, like pulling stuff or pulling other trucks without any other weight. It's more suitable for this kind of truck. We're going to start by recovering the white Western Star 4964 first. So it's called the Fixer Upper task that you get here in Smithville Dam. And all you have to do is just obviously get down to it. You have to activate it, but I think I already activated it earlier when I did my scouting with my scout truck. Just taking this truck down there. This is a little, in fact, very uneven and bumpy. I have tried to bring this 4964 truck up this way. Trust me, it's not doable. Just too many trees. It's very, very difficult to bring it up this way. That's one of the reasons why this way is just not suitable. You can do it. It's just there's really tight area, and it's very easy for the white Western Star to get stuck. And when you're pulling it up with a winch, you don't get to control exactly where the other truck is, right? Because it's totally wrecked. You can't use it. You can't run it. It's not operable. So what happens is you're depending 100% on the Fleetstar and its winch for the position of the, and so its position is kind of random, right? You're going straight up, but it gets stuck behind a tree. So that's not the path we're going to choose, obviously. Up until here, that really doesn't matter. There's like two little paths here. You can go on the other side where the barrel is, or where that barrel task is. That's fine. Either way, just get it on this side. Once you're on this side, instead of going up the way you came, this is the path that I have found. And now a lot of people can't figure this out, or I don't know, they don't find the right path. This is the path. This is the path where the least amount of trees get in the way. But there's rocks here, so a lot of people maybe get afraid that they can't go up. It can go up. Obviously, in real life, if you were to do anything like this, it would require a lot of other trucks. They kind of skip over that part, which is fine. It's just for the game aspect, right? It won't be very playable if you're bringing like 4 or 5 other trucks and, people all over the place, laborers everywhere. Obviously, you're going to need all of that in real life. One, like when you let go of the winch, obviously the truck's going to roll back down in real life. What they skip over, because this is just want to help you kind of get through that part. What they skip over is obviously you're going to have wooden planks and rocks and everything else to stop the truck from rolling back down, so you don't waste the progress that you've made so far in pulling up this bad boy. So you use the power of the truck you're using to pull up, and you also have to make sure that truck doesn't get stuck or tip over or anything like that. So nothing here is so uneven that it's going to tip over as long as you're careful. The biggest part is obviously just the discipline and understanding this part, like to bring it up and winch it, go up left, right as much as you can without getting on too much uneven land or tipping over. Oh, here I kind of just screw up. I let the handbrake go, and then I just let the truck go back down. Then it kind of went back down a little bit too, because I wasn't pulling it up. So you pull the winch as you need to. First you try to just go with the truck and it'll pull up as it is. If it's not going up, then you just kind of keep driving up like you're driving up, because it'll stay in one place. It's not going forward, but then you just keep winching to get the White Western Star as far along as you can. Same thing here, same basic strategy. Just keep going right, left, up. I have my diff lock on, all-wheel drive on, obviously, and I'm in low plus. You want to do low plus because you need more power, the highest power you can have in low gears. So yeah, left, right here, pulling the winch here and there, but mainly trying to just use the truck's traction and power, and let that do most of the pulling up, and then of course winch it as you need to. You can be winching sometimes when you can't make too much progress there, then you just winch it as well. And sometimes the winching it will tug it along and move it in the right place and allow you to make some more progress. Sometimes, like when the angle is just too high, like here, you're gonna try a little bit, winch, pull, winch, pull, winch, pull, let the winch go. Again, obviously in real life you'd have laborers who would all be ready and be there to put the planks and rocks and everything, so it prevents the truck from rolling back down. And you have other trucks there to support as you need. The smaller trucks like scout trucks all around, of course. But anyway, they skip through all that part, and basically that's how you do it in the game. Doable. This is the way. This is a simple way to recover the White Western Star 4964. Still with some basic struggles, some ways you can still mess up. Once you get to the road, okay, simple, done. And with a high power to weight ratio, this does help the Fleetstar or any other truck that you choose to be able to pull it up. Obviously, when you're going uphill and you want to be in a higher gear, that's what the high gear is perfect for. Because going uphill like that won't allow you to have ever get to the first, second, third gear like that, like normal. So that was it. That's all you have to do is just bring it to that. And once you bring it up to that location where it shows the arrow, that's where you take the White Western Star. Once you bring it up to that, it's yours, and then you get the credit for the task as well, and then you drop it off in your garage, and then you do your upgrade. And once I get to my White Western Star 4964 review, you can see how I upgraded. I already did the Transtar 4070A review, which is what I'm going to rescue now. There are other ways to get to where the White Western Star is, but I found those ways to be a little longer, having to go through more mud and everything. So this requires just a little more height when you're bringing this Transtar 4070A back to the garage. So you're going to dip down here on the terrain. So it's a little more uphill terrain, uphill battle. That's okay. You can manage it. The main thing is the mud. The mud is really slows you down and it's hard to go through. So some of this is going to be nice and slow and grueling no matter what you do. One difference in this one, I mean, the Transtar 4070A is totally wrecked, just like the 4964 was. But the 4964 was technically not yours until you brought it back to the garage. This one is yours to claim. Like as soon as you come near it, it's yours. It becomes yours. You can always to do it and just do a simple recovery on it, but the recovery would cost whatever based on whatever settings your game settings are. Since I use a new game plus settings, this would be like 10,000 to recover. I was like, nah, it's not worth it. I'll just recover it my way. All this does is cost fuel and obviously time to get this job done. So one of the reasons why I went to it is that I was to make sure the handbrake is not on. But for some weird reason, sometimes it'll just turn back on later. I think whenever you disconnect the winch or winch it, whatever. It's weird. But I don't think it really affects it, because if it had the handbrake on, it probably wouldn't move. And that's often when you switch trucks from one truck to the other, when you make that other truck active, it'll show the handbrake on. Nice and slow and grueling, same basic principles before. Whenever you can't make progress anymore with the truck and winched based on the terrain or whatever it is, going up too high or on mud, disconnect the winch, make whatever progress you can, and then winch again, make progress again, see if the truck can move, connect it with the winch. If not, just stay in one place or keep pushing and winch so you can make progress or bring the truck forward. And that's it. That's how you make nice and slow and grueling progress. There's no other way to do this particular task. once you get over the mud, obviously the mud part, or and also the basic uphill climbs, basic climbs, mostly though, this one is just through the mud, and that's the part that makes it hard, because it's in the part that's surrounded by mud. There's no avoiding it. So whichever truck you need to have, it must have like all-wheel drive, must have diff lock. Same thing with the other one, Western Star 4064. You want to be able to rescue these trucks, you need to have a truck that has all of that, all-wheel drive. And of course, off-road gearbox must have off-road gearbox, all-wheel drive, diff lock, all enabled, ready to go. And of course, get the engine to its max so you can get its best power to weight ratio. So that's it. That's how you rescue the white Western Star 4964 and the International Transtar 4070A. These are both those trucks in Smithville Dam map of Michigan early in the game, and you can recover it with just your Fleetstar, with its all-wheel drive on, with its diff lock on. Obviously, if you follow my playthrough, and of course you did all the discovering and scouting first, then you have all the upgrades for this particular vehicle and you're good. And you have more than enough power, obviously the upgrading engine, race suspension, all that stuff, 45-inch tires, off-road UOD II. I actually had the chain tires, so it's not the best, but still good enough, got the job done. That's all you really need, and you'll be able to handle this task and be able to take this, rescue both of these trucks. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you benefited something. Some of you guys wanted some tips on this. If you're still struggling and didn't know how to recover the white Western Star 4964 and the International Transtar 4070A, now you know. Thanks for watching, and give me a like, share, subscribe. Thanks.